Lifetime Leadership Award posthumously to General Colonel Powell, who I had the honor of meeting in 1996 while I was a young sailor serving in Washington, D.C. as a member of the U.S. Navy Ceremonial Guard. I was participating in the dedication of the Korean War Memorial. I was passing out water to the dignitaries and attendees. When I handed water to a distinguished-looking gentleman, he turned around and I was stunned to realize it was none other than General Powell. He was waiting with some of the other dignitaries there, and I had the chance to speak with him for a few moments. And he actually shared some insights and stories with me as he waited. I was no one. I was an E1, and this had been the highest-ranking officer, advisor to the President of the United States, and he didn't seem the least bit bothered that I was talking to him or asking his advice and opinion. His sincerity and devotion to service inspires me still today. He told me that service wasn't about being a man at the top, but about being the man at the bottom and doing what's right, especially when no one's looking. This was a man that came from nothing. He didn't have a special education. He didn't have special benefits. He was born the son of immigrants from Jamaica who came over on banana boats. He was born in Harlem, New York, attended public schools, and went to the City College of New York. He was pushed and driven by his family who wouldn't allow him to quit or to give up. And so with that attitude, even when he started struggling while pursuing a civil engineering degree, he switched to geology, where he was able to get a degree. Well, what he did find in City College that did make sense and did fit with him was the ROTC. He grew up at a time when America had just gone through World War II, the Korean War, so he had a very strong sense of service to his country. And he actually got a commission in the Army as a second lieutenant in 1958. He went on from there, served multiple tours in Vietnam. He was actually wounded twice, once in a booby trap laid by the enemy, and the second time in a military helicopter crash. Even though he was injured, he still managed to pull some of his fellow soldiers out of the crash. He went on to a tour of service in Korea, in Germany, and he continued to rise the ranks. He actually earned the highest, as I said, the highest officer rank in the military as the first African American Joint Chief of Staff. That was in 1990. He was appointed by George Herbert Walker Bush. Previously, he had actually served as a National Security Advisor in 1987 to Ronald Reagan. After this time, he actually considered running for president, but as he said in several interviews, his heart wasn't in it. And if he couldn't go after it with that fire in his belly, he wasn't going to put forth. He wasn't going to try. He did go on to be Secretary of State in 2000 for George W. Bush. This was the highest civilian office ever held by an African American at that time, and easily was unanimously confirmed by the Senate. A distinguished career in the military that lasted over 4 decades. He continued even after his time in the government service to inspire the next leaders. Him and his wife helped find the America's Promise Alliance, which strives to remove barriers and provide opportunities for kids to succeed. Also at the City College, his alma mater, he helped establish the Colin Powell Center for Policy Studies. His belief in mentoring the next generation is key to our success and our future. He famously said, "There are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." He also went on to say, "We need to understand that we as citizens and as a government and any community throughout this country have no more important obligation than to educate those that are going to replace us. We can take so many lessons from General Powell's life, but no more important lesson than this. We must provide structure and success for our future by providing for our kids. Thank you.